check out his show, which is next. There's Santa again and the reindeer. Santa and the reindeer. So, thank you all so much for tuning in. Have a blessed and magical day, and I will see you on the beaches of the world. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Head on over to Papa Mo.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. We've got friends here already. It's always a good thing to have friends. We've got Anthony Simone. Hello, Anthony. How are you, buddy? Beach Life. I think that's my friend Hani from Arizona. Good to have you, sir. Bonavi Simone. No, I'm sorry. I read and then it skipped. Hey, Anthony, do you have a sister named Bonavi? No. Bonavi Welch. Bonavi, where are you from? And we are thrilled to have you. Hughes Cruisers. Yes, why, it's Papa Mozo. Very good to have you, Hughes. Hughes are friends, of course. Let me get back over here. Kathy Mills. I grew up with the Kathy Mills in Indiana. I don't think this is the same one, but Kathy, nonetheless, we're very glad to have you. Very glad. Let me go down through here one at a time. Anthony Simone, Hughes Cruisers, us and more. Very good to have you, Heather and Dwight. Margie Butcher, very good to have you, my dear. Sailing away with T and K, that is probably TJ himself. Will be driving, but have a great live vlog father. Thank you, TJ. That he's the one who gave me that nickname, the vlog father. Look at who here we got here. Amy Kephart, good to have you, my dear. Very good to have you. Thank you for being with us on this Friday evening. Carla McClendon, and of course the legend, the one that everybody knows and loves, and the great creator of Cruise-A-Thons, none other than the man of God himself, Blaine Rayleigh of Rayleigh Creative Travel. Very good to have you, Blaine. You know I'm going to need your help with some of these links and stuff. If you want to go ahead and put St. Jude's down, you can. I'm getting ready to talk about it in just a minute. Let's see who else we have. Weekend RVing. Very good to have you, friends. Very good to have you. Mallory Rayleigh. I know who that lady is. That's Blaine's love. Mallory, very good to have you. Thank you for being here. Happy Friday. Visiting from Charlotte, North Carolina. Excellent, excellent. I was there a couple months ago for some medical trials. Carla McClendon, I think I already said that. Plump Travelers, that's Larry. He's from British Columbia. He's a good guy, too. Vona V. Welch is also from Arizona. Okay, excellent, Vona V. If you don't know Larry, no, not Larry, excuse me, Hani. Hani is with the channel called The Beach Life. And he lives, I think it's not far from the Phoenix area. Plump Travelers. Tammy Chaudhry. Tammy, very good to have you. Very good. MGM Family Travel. Of course, that's Bill and Lucy Musselman from the New Jersey area. Very good to have you. Beach Life. Anthony Plump. Spiker's Crazy Adventures. This is Doug and Cindy Spiker, two fine people and wonderful friends from the state of Florida. They're in Central Florida. Very good people. Love the beard, Papa Mozo. Well, thank you, Carla. I haven't seen yours. If I see yours, I'll compliment you on yours too. Loving the beard. Okay. Click the link here if you feel led to donate to St. Jude Children's Hospital. Anybody and everybody, dig deep. Pull out the money and let it go to somebody who truly, truly needs it. Not just because it's Christmas, but if you have healthy children, you need to thank your God for it, and you need, like the lady on the TV commercial says, give thanks for the healthy children in your life, and give to those who are not healthy. What we're getting ready to talk with Dave and Brandy. They know a little bit about. St. Jude, and they're going to give you some facts and figures. Nothing. Don't worry, nothing too deep. We're going to talk about cruising, of course. One good thing about cruising, it gets our mind off of some of the mundane ho-humdrum world that we live in sometimes. Margie Butcher, good to have you. Us and more saying hello. Plump saying hello. Let's see what Tani says. Why do I keep calling him Larry? I live in Peoria, Arizona, Papa Mozo. Okay. I do not know where that is, so you'll get to tell me that. Peoria. Let's see who else is here. Okay, Trevor Begockler is here. Hello, Trevor, my friend. Very good to have you. Nothing but good on you. Who have I missed? Mallory, Bonavie. I'm East Side like Gary Labelson. Oh, okay. Okay. That is Bonavie talking about Gary Labelson. Pop Travelers. TP, very good to have you. Saying hello to Edna and Edna's World. Did I miss Edna? How in the world did I miss Edna? She's a sweetie. Let me back up just a minute to make sure I did not miss my sweet Edna. Edna Love, where are you hiding? I don't see you. J&N Travel, very good to have you, friends. Well, I do not see it on my screen, but if anybody sees Edna, tell her Papa's looking for her. Turns out Papa doesn't know. I thought Papa knows, but I don't know. Griswold Family Vacay, that's Danny Griswold. They're from the Oklahoma City area. Very good to have them. If you haven't checked out their channel, please do so. J&N Travels, they're from New Hampshire area. They would appreciate, you would appreciate their videos, actually. They have a series that I'm particularly fond of, and it's their state series. They go, what there is to see and do in, and you fill in the blank with the state. And they've covered my home state of Indiana. I think, John, have you covered Illinois where I live now? I don't know. But they've covered Maryland. They've been all over, and they have some very interesting facts and figures. Trevor Begock was saying hi to Paul and to Plump Travelers. Amy saying hi to Margie Butcher. Tammy saying hi to Plump Travelers. And Edna, another Edna. Why am I missing Edna? Is it just because my personality is displeasing? Okay, let me check this out. Who are we missing? Beach Life, Trevor. Oh, Najuma Brown is here. Hello, Najuma. Paul Atta. Polly is here. Polly is in the house. We love Polly. Polly got jokes. And from what I read, he's got a plane ticket now. Can you confirm or deny that, Polly? Edna's World, there it is. Hi, all who tagged me. I'm listening while we're wrapping gifts. All right. Excellent. Excellent to have you, Edna. You know everyone here, and everyone here knows you. We love you, and we're still praying for you. And we're hoping that this is a very Merry Christmas. I know there's someone that won't be at the dinner table, but you're blessed with wonderful memories. And we're thankful that we were a part of your life and his life. And we're very thankful that he got to spend his last days with the love of his life, and that's you. So thankful. So thankful for all the good and all the bad. It all takes us somewhere in our process. Shauna Snow is here. I don't know. Somebody needs to find out if she's trustworthy. But I kind of, she's from Michigan, and word has it that people from Michigan. Oh, I mean, wait. Hi, Doodles. Very, very good to have you, sir. Very good to have you. Let's see. Really? Oh, boy. Hey, everybody, I have a shirt on tonight. How about that? Everybody's saying hi. Najuma. Holland Bryan. Holland Bryan, I don't know this name. So somebody help me out if you know Holland Bryan. Or Holland, if you don't know anybody, tell us who you are, where you're from. I'm getting ready to invite our guests on here. There are some very, very nice people. They're from the Pennsylvania area. MGMs, they're from the New Jersey, from the East Coast. Us and more, they're from southern Florida, way down there. Cape Coral. Did I get that right, Heather? I think I did. Cape Coral. Just don't stand up. Okay. Okay, Paul, you got yourself a deal. Yeah, Paul's on to me. I guess he knows my scheme. I do have a shirt on. And I have something covering my private parts. I won't say necessarily that it's pants, but there's some covering going on. Yeah, Speedo will expose the opossum and more. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yep. Blaine knows me well. Blaine knows me well. He's had the unfortunate pleasure of viewing me over Zoom calls, and that's why they pretty much leave me out of Zoom calls these days. It's probably best. It's probably best for them. TP, hey there, Q's Cruisers, MGM, Papa Mozo, yay, you got it right. Okay, for the longest time I kept saying that Heather and Dwight of Us and More were from Coral Gables. I don't know why it was stuck in my head, but it was. And I just could not make myself say Cape Coral. I mean, this went on for months. And finally, my mashed potato brain caught up, and I learned to say Cape Coral. It's actually right by Fort Myers. Beautiful area. Spikers. Spikers got a kick out of that. Bonavi saying hi to the Griswolds. Their Zoom calls? Trevor. No. I talked to Jamie and I also talked to John in York. From what I've heard, there are no such thing as Zoom calls. It was a thought that someone had a long time ago, but they no longer subscribe to that. Who else we have on here? Okay, I am going to put a link in the chat. This is only for one person, and they know who they are. Mainly because I don't know how to do it privately. So if anybody wants me to ever come on your channel, you're going to have to do something really, wait, control, there we go. Okay, you're going to have to do something wonderful because I have no idea how to come on somebody's chat. Okay, Eric B is here somewhere. Eric B, good to have you, buddy. We're thrilled to have you. And here we have Anthony, Pauletta, Trevor. Remember Us and More. Okay, Us and More saying hi to the Down Under Cruisers. Somehow I missed them, but Sean and Ilana, all the way from Melbourne, welcome. We're very glad to have you with us here tonight. Actually, it would be Saturday morning for you, as if we're at 1700 here. That means you're at 9 a.m. 900. Is it 17 hours or 16? I always lose track of that because of the time of year. Okay, I put the link in there, and that is for our guests. Our guests are Dave and Brandy of Dave and Brandy's Excursions. And if you have not looked at any of their videos, you really need to. I think you'd enjoy it. I'm going to get this. Okay, I've got on there. All right, can everybody hear me and see me okay? I hope so. If you can't see me, you're blind. Bentley East, Paul Atta. Okay, Sean talking to Paulie. Paulie's getting ready to head off to the great city of Fiji. Wait, I think I missed something Jamie said. Let me go back up here. I thought I saw Jamie. Jamie from Sharon at Sea says, good evening, Papa Mozo. Hey, you know that guy. That is Uncle Jamie to you. And be respectful to your elders. He's much older than all of us, and we give him respect and honor because of his age. And it's Uncle Jamie. Uncle Jamie, we're very glad to have you. Thank you for being like a dad to me. I love that family. They're sweet people. Very first people I ran across on YouTube. That is, if you blame anybody for me being on here today, you're going to have to hold it against them because they sucked me into this. I ran across them and I started watching some video about, I don't know, it was a Carnival ship. And then I noticed every ship they were talking about was a Carnival ship. And then I figured out these people like Carnival. And I'm looking forward to trying Carnival, possibly. Well, I'll tell you about my plans later. Sorry, been day drinking, Trevor says. Trevor, no judgment. I've been day drinking as well. And I'm on my second 44-ounce Pepsi. Everybody needs a Pepsi, no? And they don't even hurt my teeth. How about that? Let's see who else is in the house. Down Under Cruisers, very good to have them, of course. Oh boy, I just skipped. I just Skipped again. Ah, I'm sorry. Um, let me see. Bonavi, Plump, Hughes Cruisers, Dave White. Oh, that's our guest. Papa, I need the link again. I just now put it in there again, Dave. If it's not in there, somebody, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you if it's not in there. If somebody else can enter it, you're welcome to, I guess. Um, I have some moderators that are here. Is Tyler here yet? Is Tyler or Blaine or Danny or who else is a moderator? Oh, Sean's here too. He's a moderator. Um, it's there. He says it's there. Okay, Dave. Danny Griswold says it is there. Saying hi to Pikers, saying hi to Eric. Meetings, greetings. Good. How are you doing? Down under Cruisers wants to know Sarah at the Q's Cruisers. And looky here. This is another friend of mine, the one who has encouraged me all along to do these live shows and, try to come up with a channel. And that is none other than Mr. Woo himself, Ronnie Stokes. Ronnie at Life is Good Today. Very, very good to have you, my friend. Much love to you and Lady Alma. Tell her she does not need to pay attention to my comment about the Pepsi. It never happened. Okay, Q's Cruises. Griswold's Mallory Rayleigh. Nice to see you, Q's Cruises. Okay, I'm at the bottom. Hello, everyone. I think most people would agree I am at the bottom. Hello, everyone. I'm on my phone. Okay, excellent. Woo, Ronnie says down under Cruisers. Is the somebody help me out? Is the link coming through like it's supposed to? I hit the Control V. Okay, 47 in the house. Oh wow, okay, very good. Thank you, Blaine, for letting me know. 47 in the house. Blaine always reminds us to go hit the thumb up. If you're not connected to my channel, I certainly invite you to. You are more than welcome. We don't have a particular demographic, any age, any sex, any race, any socioeconomic background. Doesn't matter. I'm an equal opportunity friend. Oh boy, Sarah got offended about something again. What happened now, Sarah? What am I going to do? Dewey, my love, Dewey. Dewey is here. Wow, we love Dewey, of course. That is Dewey Ski. And if you want to know more about his name, you're just going to have to get to know him on Marco Polo or some of these live chats. He's a neat guy. He's a real neat guy. Okay, I'm getting something over here. It's becoming, I can see clearly now. Okay, I know. Copyright violation. Hey, looky here, folks. We've got friends all the way from the city of Pennsylvania. Yeah, did you know that Pennsylvania was a city? No. This is Dave and Brandy of Dave and Brandy's Excursions, and we couldn't be happier to have them. Welcome, my friends. Very, very good to have you.
Hey there, Papa.
I'm so glad you're here. What's that?
Sorry for the delay, but
oh, not a problem. We've just been talking. I've been offering fashion tips. I did put a special shirt on for tonight. Guess what?
I know.
Long sleeves.
Wow.
I got them too. So
we're like brothers. Who knew? We look just alike. We've got the same facial hair. We've got the same body build. That's me and Dave. We're two peas in a pod. It'd be a lopsided pod, wouldn't it? Very good to have you. Very good to have you. Tell us when you started this channel. When you started Dave and Brandy.
I believe it was 2013 because that's when we first sailed the breeze.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so we're just kind of doing just the first few vlogs were just kind of pictures.
Yeah.
And I think we actually started vlogging in 2017.
No, 2018. 2018 because I did the Horizon.
Yeah, but we did the Sunshine before that on the Norfolk.
I think Sharon at Sea and Ship Show, I think they did a group thing on Verizon. I mean, on Verizon, on Horizon last year. Yeah, they took a phone company cruise.
Yeah.
I think they did the group cruise on like a year and a month or so ago. Because I watched a ton of videos. Nancy had some. John of the Ship Show had some. Jamie and Sharon and them had a lot of people. And I heard them calling names of people that I see on these chats all the time. I have three devices that I'm listening to and or watching. One is my phone here. One is over to my right, which would look like it's to your left, I guess. That is my tablet, and then I've got this ChromePad computer. And so, and you all, I hope you remember, I'm a mutt with technology, a total mutt. So if something goes wrong, just ask for forgiveness and, ask God to save my soul somehow, because I'm pathetic with this stuff.
Well, that's something else you and I have in common, because I'm.
Oh, you're not good with tech? I'm good with
No.
people. I'm real good with people, but not so much technology.
Yeah.
I'm the techie person in the group.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not realize that. I should have known that because of what you do for a living, right?
Yeah. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, I work in the telecommunications field, so yeah.
Well, the point is you operate something bigger than a gas pump. So that's pretty much the extent of my technical abilities. I can get gas into the car. Beyond that, I can read a speedometer, I can important. Do that. You are doing great, says Jamie from Sharon. Well, that's quite a compliment coming from my friend.
That is a compliment.
Jamie and Sharon, they're the first people that I ever met on here, and it was in January of this year. And it took me the longest time to figure out what that little dollar sign meant. And I thought, well, what is that? And this was back before I retired. And I had a lot more money. When you retire, everything changes. But I thought, so I clicked on it. It took me a couple weeks, but I finally figured out what a super chat was. And I started, and they helped me through that, because I was like, what is that dollar sign for? Oh, that's our super chat. I'm like, still no help. What's a super chat? Is that a really good conversation between old friends? Have good conversation? Hey, we had a super chat. Now, one of the things that we're talking about two things tonight. We're going to get back to cruising. Now, I want to share with you first a very tragic, sad tale. It's a tale of a very fat man who went on a cruise with his wife, and then 6 years later went on a cruise with his sister and hasn't cruised for 7 years since.
Wow.
And I'm very sad to announce that person would be me. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. I've not been able to model my Speedos on the Lido deck for nearly 7 years now.
We're just over a year since our last cruise was September of last year. And
excellent. I did not know you wore Speedos too, but good on you. That's good. I feel like every man should. I feel like it's required by. It's definitely required by Italian law. I'll let you know that. But so
there are a lot of Italians on the ship. A lot of
it's true.
officers and.
Oh yeah. They don't have any. They have no problem with it. They wonder why people wear long shorts. And like, why is the guy wearing long shorts? I don't know, the long shorts. But I want to go on a cruise. I really want to go on a cruise. And Mommy, this was a retirement gift from a friend of ours, a very wealthy friend, gave us a beautiful retirement gift. What a lovely thing. Gave us a dollar amount and said you can only use it on cruising. Well, the dollar amount he gave us was into 5 figures. And I thought, okay, how much? Because I've never paid for a cruise. The 2 cruises I have been on Royal Caribbean one was by another good friend in the church, and then with my sister took me on before she passed away. She took me on a cruise down to Barbados. I had a great time. So I have never paid for one. And I thought I was doing great to pay for a plane ticket from Chicago to San Juan. And that was about $500 round trip, that wasn't too bad. And I thought, well, a whole week for $500. Not so much on Celebrity. So we booked Celebrity this past March. Well, you know what happened. 2 weeks before our March 28th cruise out of San Juan, all bets were off, and then we rebooked for May, and then we rebooked for July, then we rebooked for September, then we ended up rebooking for October. Then the Breeze got canceled. All this stuff got canceled. Meanwhile, poor Sharon, God, that woman, I have danced her around the block with these cruises. I just keep, and then I started changing my mind, and I know she's rolling her eyes saying, oh my God, I'll be glad when he's dead. No, I don't mean that. But I mean, hats off to any, Sharon happens to be mine, but I know, are you a travel lady, a travel agent?
No.
No. Okay. I can't keep track of who is and who's not. Some of the
so many out there.
I know Cindy Spiker is.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, and I also know Chris Barnett of See the World with Chris. I know he is as well. And
I think Krista is.
there's Krista of Degenerates. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that, or maybe I did and forgot. I've had a couple strokes this year. Krista, Ronnie. I think Ronnie is of Life is Good Today.
Yeah.
I believe he is.
Cindy just posted that. Blaine is too in the chat.
Oh, now that I didn't know. How did I not know that? Everybody's saying hi to Tyler. Tyler, hello, buddy. I am here with Dave and Brandy. Do you know them? I know Tyler knows everybody. He's got one of those brains that works at like warp speed. He's so funny to watch. Papa Mozo, always a pleasure to take care of Papa. Jamie said, well, I will tell you, for anybody that doubts Sharon's ability, they just need to know my story. She has, I called her yesterday, and I'm getting ready to tell everybody here in a little bit about my latest plans, but I've got to get some things done rather soon. And I had booked the 2023 super mega duper hyperonic, that hyaluronic acid cruise. And, but it's a little too far out. I'm going to maybe back it up about a year, try to be done by January of 22. I'll talk to you more about that in a minute. What is your next cruise plan that you have a real good feeling will go?
Well, our next one scheduled right now is the Mardi Gras with Sharon.
Yep.
Okay, in May. You're talking about the end of May.
29th.
Yep.
I was on that one at one point, the same one you are. That's another.
I'm super excited about that. The ship looks amazing. I think it's going to be amazing. But at this point, I'd go anywhere.
I can't believe
I'd jump on anything right now.
Put a roller coaster on that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know. I'm too old.
I think from what I've read, the neat thing about with the roller coaster on the Mardi Gras is it's going to be 2 people per car, but you're going to be able to control the speed of how fast it goes.
Oh, really?
That'll be you actually control how fast or slow the thing goes. So
well, there you go.
Yeah. But,
I was thinking like the Beast at Kings Island or something, and I'm like, wait a second, how many thousands of people are going to be left when the cruise is over? They're all flying off into the ocean. They're going to be flying off into the Caribbean Sea somewhere. But
we did.
Say that again.
On the horizon with the what do they call it?
The sky ride.
The sky ride.
Oh,
the you pedal around the top of the ship.
Yeah. I saw that.
We did that, and I was a little I'm not a big height fan. Me and heights really don't get along, but I was just made up my mind. I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm not going to regret it when I get home that we didn't do it, and it was awesome. It was, so the roller coaster, the speed there will take over my fear of heights.
Well, the good news for me would be if I did go on it, I'd end up with a massive stroke before we ever got down the first hill, and it'd all be over for me anyway. So I could say, oh, it was great. Like, oh, he loved it so much, he passed out. Let's see what
Yeah,
these folks are saying. We've got friends in here. Hey there, down in the cruise. It says cruise. Jamie at Sharon C says, woohoo, can't wait to cruise with Dave and Brandy. Dave and Brandy,
Yeah.
that is our fearless leader, Jamie Asmus.
Actually, I have a better feeling about the Mardi Gras in May than I do. We're supposed to be on the Magic out of New York in August on the 9-night Journeys cruise. And then we've got a 4-night in September, Canada, on the Magic out of New York. But about a month ago, Carnival took all of New York sailings down for 2021. And I have a feeling they're going to get canceled.
Oh,
we'll
man.
see
I
what
didn't
it
know
means,
that.
but yeah, and the 9-night with the 7-day max right now probably isn't going to happen. So we may have to find replacements for them midsummer, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see where it goes.
Yeah,
Midsummer 21.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
have family that's on the Pride 4th of July week that's going, so maybe we'll jump on with them and back to the good old Pride out of Baltimore, which is nice because no airfare.
Yep.
Or maybe, who
yeah.
knows? We're playing it by ear here, see what happens.
Now, how long does it take you to get to Boston? No, Baltimore.
3.5 to 4 hours, depending on traffic. Usually about 3.5.
Well, that's worth the drive then.
Yeah, our closest port is New York City's about 2.5 for us, but I'd rather drive the extra hour to Baltimore than get into the city. But
Baltimore's a whole different ballgame than driving
it's so easy.
in New York. New York's a little bit of a nightmare.
Yeah.
You got to have a good horn. You have to have a good horn if you drive in New York.
Well,
Feeling groovy. We are asking that all donations be sent to St. Jude. Okay, everybody. Blaine is going to put a link in here. Feeling groovy, and I think this has reference to. I've never been on a Carnival ship, so Dave and Brandy, help me out here. This groovy thing is related to a tradition. No, that is on the Carnival ships.
Yes.
Okay, tell us just a bit about that.
Definitely every sailing.
Yeah, every sailing they do like a deck party, like dances, music, and they call it a group for St. Jude. And they sell T-shirts. I think it's $10 for a T-shirt, but all the money they take in goes to St. Jude. Then they have like a St. Jude teddy bear you can buy for $20, I think, and then people can just make donations, and it's a really awesome thing. And we try and buy a shirt or make a donation every cruise because it's a great cause. Absolutely. And if the kids are the important part, and if it helps them.
Absolutely. I have a very special place in my heart for St. Jude. I went to college 100 years ago in Memphis and fell in love with Memphis, the town. But I also come to know and love some of the staff at St. Jude because I was a minister from a very young age, and I had some chaplaincy credit that I was taking advantage of in Memphis, and it was at St. Jude. Yeah. So that kind of got me in the door. And
long before I was born, but my mom used to be a nurse. She was an RN back, 60s and everything. And she actually worked at a children's hospital in Washington, D.C.
Oh.
It takes a special kind of person to work with kids full time and everything. And so the stories I've heard, it's
the staff is incredible at Children's Hospital because, being a nurse is hard enough. I got a lot of family in the nursing community, and they're all having a very, very difficult time mentally, emotionally right now because so many of their patients, no matter how hard they try, they can't even hardly keep them comfortable until they expire anyway. And so there's that. But if you can imagine doing that day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade with children, that's just how hard their lives are, and they still go on, and they're just as passionate as when they started. I know a lady right now that was one of their earlier nurses. She's been there over 40 years, and she's still relevant, and she's still physically strong. She still works with children, but also works with families. It is a wonderful facility, and I can tell you this. I used to be an English professor in Memphis, and a lot of my former students are working there today who got employed there when they first came to Memphis, 92, 93. So here we are 28 years later. They're still employed there. It wasn't just a job, it was a career. So anyway, that's what that Feeling Groovy is about. And Blaine is going to put, or did he already put the?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I should have known. Blaine's always on. Blaine's like Houston is to the astronauts. Blaine, we have a problem. Blaine, he's
and
the.
that's what I feel about with this Nobody Cruising, and just the money the Carnival's not taking in to donate to
Right.
St. Jude, let alone everything else. But it's things like that nobody's thinking of. That it's affecting everything.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I will tell you this. For anybody that faults these cruise lines, and I certainly do not know about cruising like most people on here. It's something, it doesn't mean that much to me, but what does mean a lot to me is meeting new people. And it just seems like an ideal place to meet complete strangers. Now, Mommy and I, we've been in the public eye our whole lives because of situations and stuff, family, and the career choices we made. And so we're used to being in front of thousands of people. It's common, but a lot of people are not. And if you go to talk to somebody at a fancy restaurant, you got to know where you are. And most people aren't comfortable with that. But when you get on a cruise ship, one thing I noticed is even if you don't know anybody getting on the ship, you can still sit down to dinner with total strangers and strike up a conversation. And people seem much less reticent, to open up a dialogue with you and talk about, oh, well, I'm from China. Oh, well, I'm from, Serbia, whatever. And talk, or even within the States, I'm from Pennsylvania. Well, I'm from Chicago, and learn a little bit about each other, where they come from. I've noticed in these videos, and I've watched plenty of yours, people are from different places, but a lot of them like the same places. For instance, I think the single port that I've heard. What's your favorite port, Dave and Brandy? Or do you have the same one or different ones? Excuse me, ladies, Brandy, what's your favorite port?
Overall, I think Half Moon Cay, which is Carnival's private island, I think that's my top favorite port.
I've heard that before. Half Moon Cave, never been there. Dave, what about you, buddy?
I'd say Half Moon's up there, but I like Grand Turk also.
True.
Ooh, Grand Turk,
they're
huh?
kind of a tie for me. Yeah, Grand Turk and Half Moon. As far as there's some great ports we haven't been to yet that we're dying to get to.
Yeah.
So.
Brandy, get you a little pad and pencil ready. I'll share something with you in a minute. A hint. Grand Turk is port number 4, but that's all I'm going to say right now. I'll share. I'll minister to you in just a minute. Well, that's good to hear. That's good. Now, Jamie brings up the point at hand, and this is the one that I have heard more people say. Mommy has been here, but I have not, and that is Cozumel. Mommy absolutely fell. She's cruised with ladies groups and different batches of women from the church that have gone to Carnival. Mommy's been on Carnival a couple times. I never have, but she cruises more, and it's always with this ladies group, and she loves Cozumel. Oh, Alan, you got to go. Well, I was always terrified of Mexico. I would feel much more comfortable in Serbia than I would in Mexico. But she's like, no, it's not like that. Because this was back when they were talking about tourists getting their heads cut off. And she's like, oh, we're going to Cozumel. And I'm like, oh, really? Wow, are you taking your own death squad, or are you going to rely on theirs?
My favorite thing to do in Cozumel is to get back to the ship early and people watch.
Yeah.
Watch all the people coming back up the pier to the ship, because Cozumel can be a little bit of a party port, and it's fun watching the people making their way back.
Is there any wobbling?
There's
a little bit. Yeah.
some people being helped. It's
Do they inadvertently do the model walk? Where
yeah.
they're coming around, yeah.
They're
I
feeling
don't
good.
I don't need to be. I can tell you this: there's no way that I need to be making drinks for anybody. Saying for a friend, you can ask Ron and Alma. I do not need to be the bartender. Uh,
Quick Cozumel story. We were there
2017.
2017 on the Dream was our first time there. And as you walk in and you're walking through the tax and duty free store, they're giving you samples of tequila all the way through the store because that's their big sell there.
Lord.
And we're walking around the port area, and it was some of my family, and we're walking, and we get to this one jewelry store, and it was actually our anniversary cruise.
Yeah.
And the salesmen come out, and they take all the guys to the side and start feeding them shots of tequila, and they take all the girls inside and start showing them all the shiny things.
Oh God.
So that's a marketing. You got to watch their tactics in Cozumel.
It's good marketing, though.
It's good marketing. I gave them a lot of credit. But
There's a famous line for that Jack Nicholson said: "Suckered in, set up, pushed around." That's how it is. If they're giving you the liquor and the women the run of the jewelry store, tell me that. Please tell me that story has a good ending.
Yeah.
You got something.
I got something out of it.
Well, I didn't necessarily mean just for the women, but my wife would say, "Oh, I'm not trying to brag, but look at my grandma's collard greens. They're this high." Yeah, but they are, honey. Hey, Beach Life has something up here. I missed Beach Life comment. It says that might happen in Mazatlan, but not. I missed it. That might happen in Mazatlan.
We've done some great excursions in Cozumel.
Yeah.
That Passion Island we did was.
Jeffrey Resendez, welcome, sir. I don't think I said hi to you. Luvy's Fat Life, very good to have you. We're on with Dave and Brandy of Dave and Brandy's Excursions. Is there anything other than the obvious in that name, Excursions? Are you big excursion people, or are you big cruise ship people, or all the above?
A little bit of everything.
Okay.
Well, especially this year, venturing out a little bit more than cruising, obviously, with everything going on.
Sure.
Yeah, that was the one
Jamie
thing
Wilhite is here. Jamie Wilhite, say hello to our guests. That's Dave and Brandy of Dave and Brandy's Excursions. They're from the Scranton, Pennsylvania area, on that side of Pennsylvania, holding down the fort, while Neil and Kimberly hold down the fort on the west side. So welcome in, Jamie Wilhite. Jeffrey Resendez said hi too. Did I miss anybody? Degenerates, I put you on the screen. I don't know if you saw it or not. Lovey's Fat Life. Lovey's Fat Life. Paul Atta. What's this back? Internet doesn't work when I use the microwave industry. Paul keeps me laughing. He keeps us laughing. Hey, looky here. I told you about this pretty lady a while ago. Now what happens? She shows up. It's none other than the lovely Alma with Life is Good Day. Oh, Alma, hello, my dear. You'll be happy to know Mommy brought me a lemonade, and it's a diet sugar-free lemonade from Wendy's called Strawberry Lemonade.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good. Anyway, so Alma, there you go.
Yeah, it was disappointing because with all our cruises being canceled this year, it kind of forced us to do some things we normally wouldn't do, and got to see some areas. And our trip to Florida in September, and got to meet a bunch of awesome
I like
people.
your trip to Florida. Is that the one that you just did, Margaritaville?
Yep.
Is that the, yeah? Okay, that place looked great, and it looked like you had it all to yourself.
Yeah,
it wasn't busy at all. It was.
I
nice.
kept waiting for like kids to come
resort
out
was a
screaming and say, "Hey!" You know, I kept waiting for somebody to come cannonball right next to me or something, and nobody ever did. I thought, man, this is sweet. You guys got the pool to yourself, and the pool looks so clean and so nice. Now, is that on a beach or is that in a town?
No, it's right in Kissimmee. It's kind of right near all the
Within
Disney
Kissimmee,
resorts
okay.
and everything. So.
All right. Never been there. I've been to Kissimmee.
We've looked a little bit about it, and then Jason and Krista from the Degenerate Cruisers, they did a vlog on it, and that kind of helped make our decision. It was great. We got to meet them while we were down there, and a bunch of great cruise family we got to meet while we were in Florida, and just it was awesome to be able to go. And
just the hospitality.
yeah,
I thought you now didn't you get to meet up with the Degenerates and who else?
Fishers.
Who?
Dave and Lorelei Fisher from Fisher
Fisher,
Fun
yes.
Ventures.
Dave and Lorelei
Yeah.
Fisher. I think their
Roy
daughter
and
just
Amanda.
had a birthday today. I think.
Yeah, I think it was today.
Yeah, it is today.
Roy and Amanda Shells we got to meet up with.
Roy and
Sandy
Amanda
Allen.
Shelves, yes.
Yeah. Shelves.
I asked him
And
one time, I said, how do you say that? I said, I would normally say shows. He said most people do. He said, but we'll answer either one.
And then we got to meet up.
Scott's on deck.
Yeah, Spencer and Maria from Scott's on Deck.
Spencer, now I don't know them. Scott's on Deck?
Yeah, they've got a channel. Really, really great people. Actually, we're cruising with them. Actually, we have April of 23. We have a cruise booked with them on the Elation, I think.
Yep.
So
we're booked out to 23. So
What was the name of it? Scott's on Deck?
Yep.
Scott's on Deck. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. I'll give you a topic. The Cold War. It was neither Cold nor War. Scott's on
But no,
Deck.
it's just everybody we've met and everybody we've met in the cruising community. They're just what you'd expect when you meet them in person. I mean, it's just
genuine.
Yeah.
Scott's on Deck. 1.14 thousand subscribers. Does that sound right?
That sounds about right.
Actually, we met some friends last.
Yeah, I think that's them. I can't see.
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses on. Yep, that's them.
Okay. I'll subscribe. I'll join them. I'll have to come back. I'll put the bell on, but then I'll come back and watch some videos. I try nowadays to leave comments if I watch videos because somebody told me that if you leave comments, it gives the people credit, or something like that. Is that true? Can anybody?
I think it just kind of shows more popularity to the channel, so it's more recommended. I'm not sure how it all works.
Well, especially the likes.
Yeah, the likes are
huge,
very important. Yeah.
I always do that. It's got to be pretty crappy for me to put a thumb down.
Yeah.
Some of these people get on here just to be naughty and be rats hinds in about it because
every time we put a video up.
Yeah, how are you going to put a thumbs down on some of these people? It's like, give me a break. Life's bigger than that.
Nothing better to do.
We want to also mention again for people just joining us, we are at the beginning hours of the Cruise-A-Thon that Blaine Rayleigh has organized. And I believe, Blaine, in a few minutes, we're heading over to, is it Life is Good Today coming on? I think we're close. I think the only difference in the Friday night live schedule was that Sherry took the place of Tyler because Tyler had a scheduling conflict. And oh gosh, the dog's been outside. Does anybody like stink bugs? Buddy, you're going into the lemonade. I mean, no, didn't mean that, Alma. No, I'm going to drink that lemonade. Hang on.
We were talking.
Go ahead.
The group for St. Jude party. You were talking earlier how they do that on every sailing. And
the group for St. Jude?
Yeah. The most money ever raised in a single sailing was cruise director Lee Mason. It was on a 2-week Journeys cruise on the Carnival Splendor. And he put out a challenge that if they could raise $30,000 for St. Jude, he would shave his head. And he kind of promoted it all week. And towards the end of the cruise, when they had the party and did the group for St. Jude, they raised over $40,000 just in that sailing alone. And he, right in the middle of Lido deck, had them come out and shave his head. And it was the cruise director. So,
oh my goodness,
it's cool to see them all get involved.
Wow. I saw one, it's been months ago, of the cruise director, and he had made, in hindsight, it must have been this St. Jude thing, because he said, come on, we're raising money for a good cause. I never heard what the good cause was, but he had told everybody that he would wear a Speedo to go jumping in the pool in front of the whole Lido. I mean, the place was really, really packed full of people. I
agree with
probably
that.
500 or 1,000 people standing out there all
Yeah,
around.
it was a really
Everywhere
cool
you
to see
could fit a
so far.
person, there were people. And they were
Yeah.
just howling at the moon, waiting for this guy to, they wanted to raise like that, like you were talking about, a certain amount of money. And he put the challenge out there. And they
had
got
one-
it. And he was like, oh, you know.
We had one cruise director jump in the pool and that was on the Pride, and I think it was Lee. Right? Was it Lee Schwer or was it
No, that was Kevin.
Kevin Donahue?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was our wedding cruise.
yeah, it was on our wedding cruise.
Yeah.
Kevin Donahue was the cruise
2013?
15.
2015.
2015. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
You know, is cruising, you can answer some of these cruise questions since I don't know. I have heard some people say that the cruise director makes or breaks the whole thing. If the cruise director is really, really fun and exciting and energetic and very jovial and convivial, then that really adds a certain depth to the experience. True or no?
I would agree with
Yeah.
that, especially with the group for St. Jude.
Yeah.
You know, and you could see it, the popular, the more energetic and kind of getting everybody involved type of cruise director.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, I would agree to
Yeah,
that.
the interaction really does help. you
Yeah.
know?
What are some of your favorite? You said it was Mason.
Lee Mason was the one. We've never sailed with him, but that was
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
story we've heard.
I've heard some of them mentioned over and over and over again. Pack. One of them was named Mark
Mike
Pack or
Pack.
Mike.
Pack.
What is it?
Mhm.
Yeah, we haven't sailed with Mike. I think
Mike,
our favorite, our favorites are, I would say Emma Nixon. Well, Emma Pack now. She actually married Mike.
Mike Pack. Yeah.
But we sailed with Emma a couple times on the Sunshine, and she's fantastic.
I like Dr. E.
Dr. E was really good.
Yep.
Dr. E.
Chris
sounds
Williams,
like
the
a rap
Flying
star.
Scotsman. He's
Yeah.
yeah, the Flying Scotsman, Chris Williams.
Oh, yeah,
We've
he's
sailed with him
fun.
3 times. He's fun. His atrium parties are off.
Do you ever request? Do you ever request to go on a ship based on if you know whether or not your buddy is, or if you have a favorite, is going to be there, or do you mainly look? What do you look for? Itinerary, price, personnel?
Itinerary.
Yeah, my itinerary or different ship.
Yeah, we're kind of at the point now. We've done 13 cruises, and I think 8 different ships.
Yeah, somewhere
So
around there.
we're
Yeah.
to the point now where we kind of want to try different ships and kind of get through ones we haven't done. You know.
Well,
Except-
I want to run something past you to get your opinion on it, because if you've done 13 cruises, in my book, that qualifies you as a bona fide expert.
Well, I don't know about that, but
We had our original cruise. Mommy and I were going to go in March, I told you, on Celebrity Summit. And the itinerary was to die for. I was thinking a different port every night. Now, my health is not in good condition at all. And I had already pre-rented in San Juan a scooter, an electric scooter. And it was going to be plenty for me to get off the ship, go around for an hour or so and get back on the ship. Wouldn't have to worry about discharge or anything. And that sounded rotten. No, I meant, you know what I mean, losing the charge in the battery.
Yeah.
Sicko. I didn't have to. Yeah, there's a pill you can take for that. So anyway, I looked at the Celebrity Summit, and the itinerary was just a dream. Different port every day, no sea days. Looked awesome. However, a lot of people, in fact, most people, like to have at least 1 and sometimes 2 and 3 sea days, depending on the person. But most people like to have, a lot of people have told me they like to have one at the end. So where the night before it's time to pack up and put your bags, outside your door and whatnot. That's a thing that a lot of people have told me they like. What say you? What say the two of you?
Yeah, I agree with the sea days.
the more we
Yeah.
cruise, the more we like sea days. In the beginning, it was all the excitement about the ports, but the more we cruise, I'd sail a week of sea days and I'd be content and happy. You know,
Wow.
the ports are great, but we do enjoy
Yeah.
the sea days more and more.
Is there any particular port that you guys really love to sail out of, but not necessarily that you do so much, but maybe one port that you sailed out of that you really enjoy. Now, cost aside, let's put that aside for a second, but just one that you say, wow, that's a lot of fun to travel out of.
Sailing out of New Orleans was nice. That's one of our my top one. Just sailing down the Mississippi River, going to the Gulf, that was
nice. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, sailing out of New Orleans. We wanted to get back to Miami. The only time we've ever sailed out of Miami was our first cruise, and we were green. We kind of missed sail away because we didn't get our bags, and we were kind of nervous about that. And she was a guest services checking on them, and
rookie mistakes.
We kind of missed sail away, so we need a do-over out of Miami. So hopefully soon.
I have missed some people. I've missed them in our chat. We got the Cruise World. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry I missed you. We got Magnificent Germany with Darian. He's got a neat channel for anybody who's interested in going to Germany. He's not a travel agent, wants everybody to know that, but he does love to go to Germany and show friends around. Pauletta, Victoria May, welcome, love. Good to have you. Said hi to those ladies already. Blaine Rayleigh, of course, you all know him. Beach Life, Rayleigh, Plump. Victoria Life is good today. Victoria, Guten Tag, Guten Taben, Darian. Shilan de Guzman, very good to have you, Shilan. Jeffrey Resendez said hi to our guests. In case you don't know, they're world famous. They're in the world of traveling. They're gods with a small g. They're gods in the world of traveling. I'm just telling you how it is. They do sign autographs. All proceeds go to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. If you send them $10 or more, you will get your autographed copy of a Polaroid from them in the mail, and they will send the remainder to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. Yes, very good to know. How sweet. Any idea on some of the stats about, they've been in business a long time, St. Jude has. It's a nonprofit organization. They do tremendous work. I can tell you personal, firsthand information, the money that you give does not go to waste, and the majority of it does not go to administrative costs. They pay, if you come down with a sick child that they cannot find a cure for that particular type of cancer, let's say it's multiple myeloma, if you say, hey, I don't have any money, they'll pay for your transportation there and back. They'll pay for your lodging while you're in Memphis. And it's also a safe neighborhood, by the way, for all those down on Memphis. They'll pay for all research and development of any drugs. They'll offer to pay for ongoing treatment when the child gets back home. They're just a wonderful organization. I strongly suggest you go on, ask the Google about their website. And how many have they made any big advances over the last 40 or 50 years that you know of? I know you know a little bit about St. Jude, but tell us if you know of any particular thing that they've really stepped forward in, and let us know.
I mean, from what I've looked at, they cover a lot of childhood cancer. They've made advances in that.
Pause a second. Danny Griswold, I am going to get you, buddy. I know. Oh, what am I going to do with that guy? Yeah, and smart you are, Danny. You're a whole lot better looking than my Harry. I'm sorry, Brandy. Danny just wrecked me. Danny he just wrecked me good. Go ahead. You were saying about the advances that St. Jude made.
No,
Lord.
From what I could research a little bit, they do make advances in childhood cancer. They're big on that. I think they just made a building, like a 214 million building, on research and all that. But it's just amazing that it's all based on donations from the public. That's their income is all donated by
all of it.
You,
yes.
Me, and just it's crazy.
I will tell you, friends, anybody that's on here, what Brandy is saying is very true. and a startling statistic in that's generally accepted. It's not put out by St. Jude. It's backed up by St. Jude, but not put out just specifically by the American Cancer Institute. Will let you know that 1 in 4 children in America who get childhood cancer will not survive. It's got a terrible attrition rate, and this is something that's not an acceptable loss. That's no wait, switch that. I got it backwards. Only one will live. 3 out of 4 kids that get childhood cancer will die. That's not even acceptable in my book. When we're the richest country on earth, and I love watching some of these travel channels. Tommy Travel is another one I like watching because there'll always be kids on his adventures and stuff with him, and I love to see that. And whether you have kids or not, Blaine is reminding us life is good in 2 minutes. I can't believe our hour is up. I can't believe it. Okay, real quick,
Wow.
Dave and Brandy, tell us about your weekly, if you have a weekly schedule, or if you want to, tell us about a latest video you have out that you want to share. Just tell us, go on, speak on.
Okay. Our weekly schedule is usually Cruise-A Tuesdays, usually around 7 o'clock. We have a premiere of like our latest event. We do have a recent vlog of Margaritaville, just chilling in the pool.
Yeah, we're kind of going through our Florida getaway right now.
Yeah.
And then
and I'll probably work on our Virginia Beach vlogs, which happened before Florida, but
yeah, we used to vacation in Virginia Beach every year, and she did since she was a little girl. Then I started going before we started cruising, so it was kind of nice to get back there, and we got a week of vlogs on that to get out too. So we got a little bit of content to get out for everybody.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to tell us about the direction of your channel? Your travel plans? My travel plans. Okay, here you go. Write it down. Here we go. Jen, I know we finally, if Sharon lets me get away with it, and if Sharon doesn't actually send her hit squad to nail me, cousin Sharon is going to get me back on the Bermuda this coming October with Sharon at Sea and Ship Show.
Okay.
She's going to get. We've been on it, then off of it, then on it, then off of it. And now I'm asking her to get us back on it, and I'm praying that she hasn't set a bounty for my head. And then I've had her move our Norwegian breakdown cruise to. See, that's the one that was in 2023, right? No. The breakdown is in.
Well, the breakaway, that's the Ship Show, Sharon at Sea.
Breakaway.
That's Bermuda, the breakaway.
Breakdown. Yeah, it's called the breakdown. That's great.
It doesn't break down.
No.
I know they make awful fun of me. I forget. Okay, so So it's Carnival in January of 2022. Looks like it's going to be January 29th through February 6th to Aruba, Curacao, Grand Turk is one of them. Don't mess with me. Grand Turk is one of them.
Maybe it really is Half Moon. If it's that type of itinerary.
Oh, no. I guess they're counting Port Canaveral as one. I've seen that when I was 5 years old. Port Canaveral to Aruba, Aruba to Curacao. There's a total of 4 sea days, but that's a long trip. I will tell you, that is a long trip to be coming from Port Canaveral clear down to basically South America. So I'm okay with that now because staying on the ship has a certain appeal to me, but a few strokes will do that to you. I want to thank you. I know our time is up. I want us to all go over to Life is Good today and support Ronnie and Alma. Very good friends of ours. I want to thank my special guests, for everyone that joined me. Thank you. And I hope that you will go over and patronize our friends Dave and Brandy of Dave and Brandy's Excursions. I thank you all for being here as well. Dave and Brandy, thank you so much. We'll look forward to doing this again sometime.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Let's see. End broadcast. End.